I'm here with Chris Corey, Executive Director of Public Information at Pace University. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
It is a pleasure.
So tell me a little bit about your perspectives on Project Rebirth.
I was not at Pace during the actual events of 9/11, and I got here about 6 months afterwards. One of the first things I heard about was Project Rebirth because it was something that the university had done as a public service to provide office space and general moral support for the people who were doing it. What I couldn't believe when I got to Pace 6 months after 9/11 was that some guy in Hollywood had come to New York and had a vision about a project that would stretch out into time for 10 years or more. Everything was devastated. He saw way, way beyond where we were at that time, and I've been inspired by this ever since. It's an act of genius and an act of enormous commitment, and everybody who's been involved in it has shared in that. And I think it's going to be a very powerful testament to the human spirit.
You personally, how are you inspired?
Well, I'm inspired by Jim. I'm inspired to think long thoughts myself and not be scared to dream up projects that are going to take a huge amount of time to come to fruition. I think we all need to think bigger thoughts than we do in the press of events. And the resilience of the human spirit under the enormous pressure. I think finally that Project Rebirth shows that support systems are very important for average people going through stress. I just read something, journalists who cover stressful events are now creating networks for themselves so that they don't develop either excess cynicism or excess bleeding heart instincts and maintain a good sense. People who were potentially traumatized by the event itself have recovered if they have networks, if they're part of a church, if they're part of a family, if they're part of something else in the world around them. And the Pace psychologists tell me this is one of the great lessons also that's come out. And I think most of the people in the film have that sense of support that has brought them through.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.